So guys, since you enjoyed my video in which I went out and tested some new designer fragrances for women of this year, I thought that I will film part 2 in which I will go to the shop, this time not in Darmstadt but in Frankfurt, and smell some new niche fragrances. So before we get started with them, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're here for the first time, because all of that really helps it to grow. And once you're done with that, we can get started. And there it is. Let's go in and check out what's new out there. Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm really excited to share with you what I found in this store today, where I had such a blast because first of all, I met an old friend. We chatted with him so much from the stand Byredo and DIPTIQUE. He's responsible for those brands that he represents at Douglas store in Frankfurt, so just in case you happen to be there, make sure to go there and say hi from me. And speaking about them, let's talk about their new perfumes, which are actually about the note of rose that seems to have a bowl right now. Probably it's going to be the most popular of 2022 because there are so many niche brands that are coming out with these rose-centered fragrances, and actually I was mostly excited for Tom Ford's Rose Trio. That's why I tried to match my look to the review on their fragrances, and you're asking me about them, so I got an information that they probably will appear in the shop only in a month, but we can patiently wait, right? And for now we can actually talk about some other new rose launches, for example from the brand DIPTIQUE that came up with a new concentration for their existing perfume that's called Eau Rose. And this is just a very lovely, realistic, fresh take on the rose flower, and this new version, Eau de Parfum, is much deeper and just richer, so it's not as fresh, it's not, you know, as lively and realistic. I feel like it smells more perfumey, and also the notes in here are a bit different. So in the top we got lychee or lychee, please tell me how to say it correctly down below. And then we have different types of roses in here. So the rose accord is pretty complex. It's not this single rose anymore. It's like rose that has a company of other rose friends. But other than that, I find that it's interesting that they added almost like an herbal touch to this rose by introducing artichoke and chamomile to the party. So artichoke is a very unusual note, and I am very excited about unusual notes in perfumery. And you know, it's not like that it is vegetal, but there is definitely a little bit of a green edge noticeable in here. I'm not getting much of chamomile, but there are also woody notes and musk, and probably that's why this fragrance smells like a perfume and not like an herbal rose. But I gotta admit that in the opening, when I first smelled it, I almost sensed something spicy, and it's weird because there is apparently no spice in here, but you know, it was just a rose on an edge, and because it's darker, I feel like it's gonna be great for a nighttime or just colder time of the year. And it's also perfectly unisex. That's why I think it might be actually really liked by men, because a rose is mostly associated with women, right? Please tell me if you're a guy and you love a solid rose fragrance, because if so, I think you will really enjoy this one. But let's move on to the brand Byredo. I'm having hard times not to say Byredo, but today I learned that the correct way to pronounce it is Byredo. If there is someone from Sweden watching this video, please tell me how to say it right. But anyway, they also launched a rose fragrance, and I believe that these two brands are related at some point, or maybe not. I might be wrong, but anyway, you guys, they launched a Young Rose. This is the name of this perfume, and I thought that these two fragrances are going to be similar, and they are not. I will tell you that right away. And I remember my reaction smelling Young Rose was, wow! I mean, like, I was, whoa, this is interesting, not what I expected at all. And actually, it's funny that we have a spice note in here in the face of citron pepper, and I didn't smell anything spicy in here but fruity, and it was an opposite with Eau Rose Eau de Parfum, because I smelled something spicy in there and there is a fruit instead. But anyway, what we got in the opening as well is ambrette seed, and this is sort of like a vegetal musk. So I'm a big fan of this note, especially in the combination with the rose, what we have in here. I got this fragrance from Zara, if you remember. It was like a rosy blush or something like that, and it also had some rose with ambrette seed going on, and it's just like something about the texture and the combination of these two notes that really appeals to me. But other than that, there is also iris, ambroxan and musk, and you know what, in the opening I loved it a lot. It was probably my favorite part about this perfume, because I noticed that once I got home, there was like a moment, like a stage of this fragrance that made me a little bit nauseous. So there is something a little bit cloying in there, in this musky way. Maybe it's actually not musk, but it's sweet in a weird way, like it's hot, it's a little bit messy on me, and reminds me of that Mont Blanc fragrance in a beautiful white bottle that I bashed in a review and got a lot of hate for that. So in case you missed that video, I will leave a link on the screen to it right now. But anyway, I love the opening of it. It's, you know, like this modern rose. It smells fresh, it smells clean. It's not similar to Blanchet, but there is like a little bit of like the vibe that they share for a moment, but then Young Rose goes on its own path, and I actually enjoy it very much. I think it's going to be great for those who prefer fresher fragrances, modern fragrances, yet want them to be long-lasting, because it's still on my skin. It's not noticeable anymore, but it was for a long period of time, and these two are very different. I think that Eau Rose Eau de Parfum is richer, it's you know, more niche, it smells expensive, it smells grown up for a mature person, and Young Rose, it smells more mass appealing if you want like a good commercial fragrance, you know. But with that being said, I want to end this video on my favorite rose discovery of today that I was introduced to. I didn't discover it myself, because I was also introduced to the colleague of my friend, and we had so much fun just testing out a lot of different perfumes, going from Terenzi to Maison Margiela to Guerlain to Bottega Veneta, and just sharing, you know, our experience with most favorite perfumes from those ones, and it was cool. Let me know if you would like to see those guys on my channel, because we are playing with that thought. But anyway, I was shown this beautiful fragrance from the exclusive collection from Yves Saint Laurent, and it is called Rouge Velours. So actually, it's not the new launch, because it was released last year, but it's still new for this collection, and it's new to me, and it is rosy, so I thought it's gonna be a perfect fit for today's video. And you guys, the minute I smelled it, it's still so good, but in the opening, I was blown. I would be like, okay, I want to get it, I want to take it with me. You know what? Before getting ready for this video, I thought, okay, I need to tell guys that one of my biggest dreams would be like to go to the perfume shop and leave it with a bottle of perfume. Is that crazy? I'm probably not alone, right? How many of you have the same wish? But anyway, this fragrance was like love at first sniff. It got me right away, and despite the fact that this is a rose patchouli perfume, it smells new, not like it has already been done 1,000 times. And in the opening there is actually pink pepper and white tea, and probably that's why it's so unique, like white tea, it's not green tea, and it's rich, and the rose is so contrasting. Like one time it's fresh and then it's deep, and patchouli in here is so soft. One of the softest patchouli fragrances I've smelled, so it is just beautiful. I would love to have a bottle of it. Like, this fragrance is amazing. If you have an opportunity to test it or any of these, then make sure to do so, because I feel like these are great rose releases and there are more to come. I actually smelled these Jo Malone's ones in the new packaging, old fragrances, and they are nice too. So there are gonna be so many rose fragrances on the market soon, and there are already so many different ones, and I have already reviewed so many of my favorites, and I will leave links to them as well as some other helpful information down below in the description box, so feel free to check it out. And if you have any question left regarding anything, I'm here to answer it, so please drop me a comment below. Please tell me what's your most favorite rose perfume. And on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. I would like to know if you would be interested in another video in which I just test some other new niche perfumes, not rose related. And if you enjoyed watching this one, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, because all of that really helps it to grow. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can donate on Buy Me Coffee website, because that way not only I can keep myself up with bubble tea, which I didn't manage to buy today because I was so stressed out. It was an intense day. I missed my train to Frankfurt and I was chatting so much in the store, smelling perfumes, being really multitasking, so I couldn't really afford it to miss another one back home, because it takes me forever, you know, to get there. So with that being said, you guys, please support my channel any way you can, and I'm excited to hear from you. So if you would like to stay in touch and not wait till the next video, and by the way, to be notified about it, make sure to activate the bell. Then you can follow me on my social media and we can chat over there too. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned, smell good. We'll see each other next one for listen. Bye guys.